kind of hit the slight incline on this one. There's just a
Yep.
We're back, and by back I mean back up.
Dude, my back is hurt right now.
Why?
Finkel did something to it at the gym.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Pulled it pretty bad.
May have overworked it, you know.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you don't want that.
A little pain mid right side.
Mm-hmm.
A little mid
Might just
back
need a
here.
massage though. Yeah. A little
My
mid.
back is feeling pretty mid.
My back is feeling mid.
It's really more a problem in your Middington.
Middingville.
Like,
yeah. The mid of my back is feeling mid. Yeah.
How's your Kate Middleton felt?
Yeah, how are you feeling coming in? Doc, I feel pretty mid, to be honest with you.
Not gonna lie, I'm feeling mid today.
If I had to pick a word for it, all around, just kind of mid.
Colonel Middingshire.
Just that chart that's like, what is that shit? Like you're paying on a level of 1 to 10, just being like mid.
Mid.
Probably.
What's your pain level, mid, for sure?
Yeah. I feel like I may have COVID, maybe? I don't know.
Really?
Like Tony, did you feel like chest
Spicy.
pain or lung pain at all when you had it? Because I know you and I both have asthma, and you didn't really have breathing issues that much.
No, because I didn't have any congestion issues, really.
Yeah.
So,
it was just like a fever for you, right?
Yeah, it was pretty much just a headache and fever and like just being tired and fatigued and shit.
Yeah, because I feel like that show, it's like that Fat Joe clip where it was like COVID was in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Probably was.
Did you see the video of that Mardi Gras shit that I was on?
No.
Dude. There must have been 25,000 people that shuffled through that tent throughout the day.
Yikes.
Just
Yeah,
blasting.
the homie Wes posted a meme. Let me see if I can find it. I just looked up Wes on Google.
My homie Wes, enter.
Of fucking Mardi Gras, Soulard Mardi Gras, like a starter pack type of shit.
Dude.
Let me see if I can find it.
I really do hate drunk people, man. Like, I really do hate, like,
No, you don't.
giant crowds of violently drunk people.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Right, you really don't.
You lying, mate. You don't.
Drunk people.
Drunk people. You like them.
You love it.
You
like it. It's your
you like it
favorite.
and you like being drunk. Just admit it.
You like that.
No, actually, it's your favorite thing.
How do I drop a file? And I guess I'll just drop it in our Discord chat just to show you.
Yeah,
Just show you
disco.
guys what we're talking about. Yeah, it was like it was pretty. Made me chuckle, made me chuckle, made me laugh, made me grin. Where's that guy, by the way? Made me laugh, made me grin.
Made me smile and
Is that a
grin.
thing?
Made me smile and grin. Fuck. Yeah, here we
It was
go.
that dude who would like see videos of animals and be like, "Ooh, mumbling creature." And
Yeah, a devious
going,
creature.
getting
You
up
gotta throw
to
that-
mischief,
You gotta throw that up.
Good.
piss in the snow, shitty shitter, bundled
Shitty
up.
Shitterton.
The pie cracks, dude.
Yeah. Just you'll see it on screen, folks, but this is very accurate.
This is 100% what we were.
What Mardi
experiencing.
Gras in St. Louis? It's just brick out, and it's just like people getting wasted.
Yeah, just a sea of zombies.
When it's still like really cold.
yeah, dude, it was
It's
freezing.
like a less cool 4th of July.
What is that noise?
I think
Is that UMax? Oh, okay.
I think the washer just started, so it's gonna dump a little water.
Midi
But
Gras.
no, dude, Midi Gras. Facts.
For true, bro.
Yeah,
I went out for Mardi Gras
Yeah, did you have a fun time?
last night. Went to Galveston, hung out with some people. But I came back around 9. But there was a giant accident, like held me up, so I made it like an hour and a half drive. So that was mid. But it was chill.
So that
while I
was
there.
mid.
We should have a segment on the show called Mid of the Week, where we just go through mid things and scenarios and
That
all kinds of
happens.
things.
Dude,
That's excessively mid.
I think the funniest thing that happened yesterday at Mardi Gras, or at least like the funniest thing to me, was we had this like touring fucking like pop act play our tent, and it was just the most milquetoast fucking like uninteresting shit I've ever experienced. But whatever,
Not
they're
even
doing
mid?
whatever. Not even mid. It's just bad.
milk
toast.
Whatever.
Yeah, milk toast is it's
Yeah.
not quite mid.
They're doing whatever they're doing, but like the two dudes are named Cal and Rob because of course. And like Cal was the singer guy, and so I'm just hearing dudes in Cardinals jerseys at the front of the line that have been drinking since probably 8 a.m. and it's like 3 p.m. when they went on. Just hearing just fucking like ex-frat dudes just playing, Cal, bro, Cal, I love you, Cal. Yo, Cal, dude, let's get fucked up. And it's just like, bro,
The right energy
The
down.
only solace is knowing that like those guys live like the most like existentially horrifying lives you could possibly like. Just their lives are just like they just literally work and they just mid. I don't know. They live the mid.
It's aggressively mid.
That's why they're so drunk, is because that's literally all they got.
yeah, it's like, dude, I gotta get drunk and go hang out with my boy Cal.
So that was one of the two blokes you showed us earlier.
Yeah,
Is
it was
Cal, and
yeah.
these guys somehow know of them, and they're a big draw.
Yeah, I don't think they're a big draw. I think they're like an industry. I think they're like a college crowd kind of thing. Like if you put them at a college, they'll smash like a big fucking like party college. They'll smash it because it's like
Are they just
super
DJs?
digestible, huh?
Are they DJs or they make original?
One of
music
them's
or
the
what?
DJ producer, the other one's like the singer. But like it's just like a lot of covers and remixes and shit too. Like they did a set, like the middle segment of their show was he freestyled about St. Louis topics over what's poppin'.
Very
And
chill.
it's just like,
Wow.
yeah. It was like talking about like toasted ravioli and like Stan Kroenke and like Provel cheese, like the arch.
That's
Like
the four
over
things.
what's poppin'. Yeah. And it's just like,
What's poppin'? We in Ferguson. Cops just walked in.
literally though.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck you and Stan Kroenke. And then everyone's like, yeah. And I'm like,
We
wow.
know that guy.
So this is just like a
That's the
solo
guy.
pop star, right?
I mean, it's two guys, but yeah.
But like
I mean,
he's
they're
a
like-
producer. It just reminds me of like when I went to see that Drake Bell show at Fubar that I think you were working, right?
Yeah.
And there were like other guys on the show. Like where I think my friend was playing there, right? Or my friend's band was playing there.
Yeah,
Like,
there were the local bands, and then there was the opener guys
Yeah, but yeah,
That-
and it was just like two dudes, and they were like
just belting.
just sing like your
Like the song, they weren't
stereotypical, like,
songs.
but it's just like funny to think that about like you know how there's like small metal bands and like local metal bands, and then you get to the big guys, but like it's the same way for pop stars.
Yeah,
you know,
like small
somehow
pop.
there's like a market for like a small market, or like a market for smaller pop stars, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm like
It's
I
very
would just
funny.
think. I would just think anyone that listens to pop would only be listening to artists that are like, getting millions and millions of plays,
Right. Because, like, that's the thing is, like, when it's small pop like that, like, they have a very quiet industry backing because someone's just, like, not all the time, but a lot of the time, it's like people just pumping money quietly
Mhm.
into somebody because, like, they know someone or whatever. They're
Like
just
a
yeah,
rich
these guys are going to be the
parent
next
or-
big thing. But, like,
Right.
also, if you make, like, happy electronic music, all you got to do is just put those guys on festivals and then they'll grow. And it's just like,
I'm happy
'cause-
as long if you feel
Yeah.
like
'Cause, like,
happiness is
see, here's the truth. Because like when Shaq had it right, which also Shaq was there, which he was supposed to be in our tent.
What's
but
his
he
name?
wasn't.
DJ
Diesel.
Let me tell you
Diesel,
something.
yeah.
This is the first time I've really ever cracked open this topic on this podcast. I hate Shaq.
All right.
I hate Shaq.
You like him?
I hate Shaq because that motherfucker cannot pick one goddamn thing. Can you just pick one goddamn thing?
Dude, he's
Pick one
bored.
goddamn thing.
No, he wants to do it all.
You're selling cars. You're selling shirts. You're selling
Pizza.
crypto. You're selling pizza. You're selling
Walmart shoes.
orthopedic shoes. You're selling. You work for ESPN. You're one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Just do basketball shit or do one thing. Hi, hey Shaq, hey Shaq, honey. If you want to get away from the cartel, you're gonna have to trust Scott Jam.
do one thing.
I realize Scott Jim's the best thing that ever happened to me because anytime I get upset about something, I realize I sound like Scott Jim.
No, that's who.
And I
that's
have
who.
no recollection as to how we got to calling him Scott Jim.
Me neither.
It's best
Absolutely zero. Yeah. Yeah. No.
Scott Bateman? It's like, that's not his name. His name
Jason
is
Bateman?
Jason Bateman. Why is his name
Scott Jim.
Scott Jim? I love how on our Discord there's like a fucking emoji of just, and it just says Scott Jim. Completely lost the plot on that. I don't know why we called him Scott Jim, but that's his name.
Yeah, there's no paper trail of that. That just happened while we were playing like video games one day.
Oh my god.
Hi, honey.
Hi,
Scott Jim here.
Hey, maybe if you don't want me to be called Scott Jim, don't call me Scott Jim. But that's his name. I don't.
Jimmer.
I mean, I guess we got. I mean, Free Guy, J-Bone Free Guy. No, that's not even why we
It's
got
a
to that.
separate continuity.
Separate entity.
Someone's gonna
Separate
find
IP.
the
Separate
first
thing.
moment we ever called him Scott Jim.
I don't think
forget.
I don't think it's recorded. I think it happened off camera.
Yeah,
Perhaps.
and then he just
Which
kind of
was the
became. Now he's
purest,
just
you know?
in the verse.
Scott Jim.
Scott Jim.
I'm pretty sure we just came on one episode. We were like, "Young Scotty Jimmers," and no one knew. Like,
I
Yeah,
love
like, I
Scott Jim so much. Oh god.
yeah, it's good
Holy
stuff.
shit! Great bit.
Hi.
Scott Jim.
We live in Lake of the Ozarks. I'm Scott
Dude.
Jim.
Oh my god, the chick who plays Ruth in that show, like the super
Right.
curly hair.
She's nuts. Yeah.
She has her own show now, and it's dog shit. They just gave her like
I've heard
they were
that.
just like, okay, do a Tommy Wiseau accent. The
Dude,
whole time.
I've heard that show's
The whole
like
time.
the story of that show is actually pretty good. Like we
heard that too.
literally, it's so funny. I was hanging out with Nick and Trish the other night, and we started watching that for like 5 minutes, and then Nick is like, "I'm bored. You should put on Pam and Tommy or whatever." So we watched like the first 2
Oh,
episodes
yeah.
of that.
Yeah,
How was
but
that?
fun to
how is
watch.
how is Inventing Anna? Tell us about
the
it.
performances just take me out of it. I just couldn't do it, dude. Like it was like it was the accent. She's like, I just don't understand why you have to, and it's just like you need to fucking stop. Whoever told you to do that for 10 episodes needs to be fired,
Right.
Because like you can't. It's not even that like the character shouldn't have like I guess Eastern European accent or whatever. It's just like. You just shouldn't. She shouldn't do it. Like,
Right.
I'm just laughing
after
because I
being-
forgot the name of the fucking show, so I just wrote Pam and Scott Jim.
Pam and Scotty. She did such a good job of being
Scott and
trailer
Jim.
trash that now it's just like, no, I don't understand why you want us inside the hotel room. And it's just like, shut the fuck up.
Jesus,
Yeah,
Oh my
that's
God.
wild.
they do.
Yeah.
They did.
Hey
really
Tony, shut
cast
the
her
fuck
in
up
a-
real quick.
Okay.
Okay,
Dude,
fine.
that one actually kind of hurt. I did have something to say. but
That one had a little weight behind it.
that had some
Ouch.
sting.
Ow.
Oof. Okay,
I forgot
oof.
something, y'all.
Oh yeah. Okay.
What might that be?
Then I'm Scott Jim.
I forgot my
No.
name was Scott Jimbo.
I forgot to introduce the podcast. Okay, on with it.
Fuck.
Listen, I do apologize for getting that. Did I apologize for getting that?
I do apologize for getting that.
Look,
I
ladies
do
and gentlemen, I'm
apologize
sorry
for
for getting it.
getting that. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Monday, February 28th. I'm reading off the other monitor I have here, so I may be facing the other way
I
like
have
this.
3 of 'em.
But that's called
No big deal.
luxury. You know what I mean? Welcome to another episode of Woken Boke. Of Woken Boke.
Of Woken Boke. Of Woken Boke.
Episode 128 to be exact. I am your host, Connor Boyd. You may know me from TikTok. You may know me from Twitter. Maybe. You may know me from Instagram. You may know me from a little program called Jaded Form. But regardless, that's who I am. I do this podcast each and every week with my best friends from the great gateway to the west, St. Louis, Missouri. First, we have the metallic, the brutal, the druid priest. Max Sansa's on the show today. Max,
What the fuck is up with you, bro?
Oh, I'm chilling. I'm
nice.
chilling right now. Yeah, I'm just glad to not be at Mardi Gras
Solar?
right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you work tonight?
No.
Sundarians?
No, I don't.
Oh,
I
nice.
can finally actually sit down and play this fucking game, which we'll talk
Nice.
about later.
Nice. We also have on the show today the goober from Houston. The Houston hoedown himself.
Houston.
With a brand new webcam angle for all of you to enjoy. Tony Harrop is on the show today. Tony, how are you?
Yo.
How you feeling?
Sorry?
I said, how you feeling?
I'm like a little hungover, but feeling good though. I had this
Gotcha.
little packet of hydration formula or whatever. Very salty, but it was strawberry flavored, and I drank it, and I feel better. So
The salty strawberry.
I had one of those last night myself. I had to bang out. I can tell you guys about my hangover. There's a lot to talk about, but
the
Yeah,
the
it's a-
key is
this
to
is a
drink
big
one,
day.
I think, at night and in the morning.
yes,
That's what I got to do next time.
Yeah, though
You got
I
prep
still have
and
yet to feel
recover.
sort of like the cure-all, like, oh, I'm perfect kind of vibe from it, but I think it definitely helps a lot.
Yeah.
Every week, the three of us, I mean, shit, it's episode 128, and we've put it out every week for 128 weeks. You do the fucking math. We get together to catch up on the latest in video games, current events, movies, music, manga, anime, maybe, television, maybe, anything. War overseas. Who knows? There's now we're
Insightful
back in a
political
wartime
commentary.
now. Welcome back. Welcome back. We missed you.
Hi.
All that shit. Subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on Spotify if you're not already doing so you don't miss a single episode. You can also join us on our Discord where we hang out all the time. Link to that is in the description. You can also follow us on Twitter at Welcome Boke Pod and Instagram at Welcome Boke Podcast to get updates on the podcast every week. And reach out to our Gmail, welcomebokepodcast@gmail.com with your questions, comments, and suggestions, and we will read them on the show. And links to all of these are listed in the show description. Gentlemen, welcome.
Hi.
We're here.
Thanks.
Hello.
We are
think-
motherfucking here.
We're fucking
You think I
here.
should get a? You think I should get a giant blackout curtain for that window?
Absolutely.
Would that make it look a lot better in here?
I think you would just like it.
It might.
Also.
Yeah, it
I
might
have
also.
one, but it's
You
it's only
also
half
have
the
like,
width.
is that like a color changing light above your sink on the right? Because it keeps going from like green to blue for me.
yeah. No, they're all like color changing.
Yeah,
There's
he's
four
got the
of them.
RGB set up in the bathroom.
You've
And
got
behind the
RGBs
TV
in your bathroom lights. It's very interesting.
Well, they're like the main lights in my room because I don't really turn on these fan lights because it's just like a super like washed out bright light. I really like that. So like those are pretty much like the main lights, and then my lamp right here.
So is that your bathroom then, or what is?
It is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
it's
do you,
right in
like
there.
your sink is in your room?
Yeah.
I've just never
It's like-
seen this part
It's
of
kind of ill.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
tight. Yeah, so,
it's
like,
almost
the-
like a hotel ish setup.
Okay. So then
yeah.
is there like a door next to it that has like the toilet and the shower in it, and then like it?
Yeah, that's
conjoins
what's
the
in
rooms?
there. Or wait, no, that's what's in there. Or wait, no. Yeah, that's what's in there
Off-screen.
off screen, and then
Okay.
that's my closet right
Okay,
there
sick.
behind the TV.
Dope. So you and your roommate each have like sinks in your room.
Oh yeah,
That's fire.
full bath.
That's fire.
It's like and we got one downstairs too, so it's like 2.5 bath, I guess. Pretty
You're
nice.
nuts. That's pretty.
Yeah, I
cool.
can go poo downstairs if I want.
I can go take a
I
stinky
go
doo
poo
doo.
down.
Downstairs.
Oh, so you live on the second floor? I never realized that,
Yeah.
Tony.
Mhm. It's like a
that's
2-story
tight.
townhome.
That's sick.
Probably.
Yeah, the reason I'm like,
do.
you know me, I always get paranoid physiologically, but I feel like when I breathe, it's maybe a little bit harder, but maybe that's from smoking the Delta 8. I don't know, but I'm just worried. I have COVID. I'm going to test myself today.
Yeah.
I was kind of worried about that today because I thought maybe it's my lungs that are like feeling that way on my mid back, But I'm pretty sure it's like my muscle based on
Yeah.
some scientific tests that I ran.
Yeah. Have you also been out in
Yeah.
the cold a bunch?
I mean, I was out last night for
That
like an
Texas
hour or
cold.
two,
Well,
but it wasn't that cold.
But like
It
real
really wa-
cold. Yeah. No, I'm talking to
No.
Connor. Like actually cold.
Oh, Connor, no, yeah, he probably has.
Mhm.
He lives in the north.
But
The
I
North.
don't know. The North.
He's from the North. You're North.
The North.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like I was out in the cold all fucking day for Bud Light presents Mardi Gras Party Town.
Jesus
I was
Christ.
outside for most of that, and it was very fucking cold.
Dude, I see people out in New York when it's like 20-degree weather sitting in those COVID test tents, and I'm just like, may God have mercy on your soul.
Yeah. Even when those are heated too, it's like still shit. Like it's still bad because like the tent I was in was heated, and then it had like thousands of bodies in it, and it was still like fucking cold. Like the ground was
Thousands
so
of
cold that
warm
my feet
bodies.
would never warm up. Like that kind of thing.
Were you wearing sandals?
Yeah, dude. No, but I
Just
was
kidding.
no. Yeah, you better
Bet you
be
weren't.
kidding, dude. Because I was
Got you,
wearing no. But like I hate it when your fucking feet sweat and then it's like cold as shit outside and they can't dry out, so then you just got cold, wet feet all day. It's awesome.
Or if you like step in a puddle accidentally. when you're
Step
out
in a
there.
puddle.
Gotta
Well, I
watch
had
your
nice
step
ass
for those
boots
puddles.
on that were waterproof, and so that's how I knew I was doing it to myself. But yeah, yeah. The greatest thing about Mardi Gras is just turning it into a Bud Light party.
Yeah.
Welcome to Mardi Gras Bud Light Spectacular Day.
Yeah, welcome to the Mardi Gras Bud Light party tent. Ha! It's just like this was like a cultural event that like meant
Yeah, this has like roots and
this has like
shit.
roots in a certain city and like
This has roots.
this is a thing. Nah, dude, it's Bud Light Mardi Gras.
Which I have been to fucking New Orleans, and that shit is popping even when it's
Bro.
not Mardi Gras. I'll tell you.
Yeah, no,
that.
that's the thing.
Orleans.
Is New Orleans is sick without Mardi Gras, and it's just like St. Louis Mardi Gras isn't even as cool as New Orleans normally. I think that's
Right.
my
Galveston has a pretty crazy Mardi Gras. I mean, they may be over exaggerating it, but they claim it's the second biggest one outside of New Orleans.
Why would they say that, dude? If they were lying, why would they say
It's-
that if they weren't right?
It's
So
50,000
Galveston
people.
has the biggest Mardi Gras out of New Orleans.
Besides New Orleans, yeah. That's
You
what
guys
they
aren't
claim.
terribly
but,
far, I suppose.
no, that's pretty close
relatively.
to. Yeah, and there's 50,000 people that live on that island, which is crazy. I thought it was way smaller than that.
The island of Mardi Gras.
Of Galveston,
It's an island.
Young Galv,
What?
Young
Young Galvy, yeah,
Galvers.
Galver,
But
Galverton.
B.
yeah, I had that fucking Jaded Live event. That shit was
Yes, sir.
crazy. Went off really well. It was very, very, very stressful to put on. I'm still like descending from the stress levels days after. But it went really well. The conversation was good. I know some folks were like, damn, 2 hours standing, like listening to shit. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But it seemed like the people that were really engaged didn't mind as much. It's kind of hard because it's like we want it to be like an open conversation, but it's also like it's hard to moderate how long people are holding onto the mics. But it was cool how organically people were like, here, like just hand the mic back to so and so. You know, like I would give my mic to someone and they would go hand it to the person who wanted to talk and then they would hand it back and give it to me. And it's like, I didn't worry about it not coming back or some shit.
Yeah.
So,
No troublemakers.
No troublemakers.
Getting
Yeah,
on a
like,
soapbox.
so did they just not?
Bagels.
Oh, sorry.
No,
Go
go ahead.
Oh, did they just not do seating up there, or did you guys just like not do seating?
It was
to
one of
sell
those
more
things where it's
tickets?
like, if you want seating, you can sell 50 tickets.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
It was like, okay, well, that's ridiculous.
that
So
doesn't
we
even
won't-
make cost. So
And it's also like flying out 50 seats after a show, to try and set up for an after party, like that would have been hell. So it just made more sense to have standing room only.
for
But
sure.
it was fun, man. Like the thing that I was like about me personally that I realized is like it was just wild to go from I haven't probably been on stage since high school and then be on stage for 2 hours in front of 200 people.
Yeah,
Like that was pretty wild. And I kind of shocked myself how comfortable I was doing that.
I figured you would be.
It's kind of a no-brainer, but
Mm.
you know,
Doing Oliver Twist when you were like 5, so clearly you're just gonna
yeah,
naturally be.
I mean, you know, I don't mind being on the stage or anything, but it's like you never know. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, like
Like,
there are times
100%.
where I'll get nervous about gigs that like mean nothing to me. Like that's like how that's how that works. It's just like when it's like a utilitarian like kind of gig, then I'll worry like a motherfucker. But if it's just like, oh, I'm gonna go kill this, like I'm gonna have a good time.
Right.
But like if it's like a drumming gig where it's just like, all right, we're paying you $100 to play these 4 songs. It's just like, how do I count to 4 again, bro? Like what?
Yeah, that was cool. Like, if y'all aren't aware, I'm starting this other podcast with some homies that live in Brooklyn with me, who kind of share, political mindset about shit. Like, not a political mindset, but like, I don't know, to tell you the truth, to make it really simple, it's basically a podcast that's about anarchism and trying to build, libertarian, socialist, cooperative, non-hierarchical projects. And so how we're doing that is we're doing like a podcast, but we're formatting it a little differently, where the podcast will come out every week, but every month or so we'll try to have a party with the podcast that starts with a live discussion and then an after party where folks can hang out. So it's like we're trying to fight against that like totally rhetorical kind of like non-conversational podcast shit where people just have a podcast, you listen to it, and that's it. It's like this, we're actually trying to build something. And by making the podcast cooperative and having it under a like cooperative production company, we're trying to like build out other cool shit. Like, dude, what I realized is like someday I want to make like a cooperative fucking video game studio and make like video games,
User.
where like people can actually democratically decide how often, how long they're going to work on shit. There's not like insane crunch time shit.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, in general, like that's what Jaded is. Jaded's like the community, and Jaded Forum's the name of the podcast. And so we had our first live show, and Zach Fox was our guest. We also had, a private recording that'll come out in tandem with that as our first episode. And it's like, we realized that like we accidentally shot like basically, like a 4-hour documentary / like podcast episode. So
Nice.
It'll be dope. But yeah, it was very stressful, but it went really well. It went better than I even hoped. It was like totally just like, I don't know. We just went up there. We had no plan to talk about any specific thing, and it lasted for 2 hours. And there was a lot of great moments, and it was just good shit. And I don't know. I think it's just like it's one of those things where in life you kind of just have to like do your best and just know that you're doing the right thing and just trying to do the right thing. And if you fuck up, you just keep going, keep learning, keep growing. And this podcast is just like, we're going to keep improving it, but we came out really strong already off the bat. So I was happy with it. But that night, like the day after, I was like, oh, I'm just going to stay in, play some video games and relax. And then I was like, you know what? Why don't I have the fellas over? Why don't I have, Pat Lacey's in town. Why don't I have these guys over? So I had people over, and then, we were drinking, and then you start hitting the ski slopes a little bit. and then you're up till 3 a.m. Yeah. By the way, side note, cocaine, most overrated drug in the world. Literally, that shit is fun for the first hour you're doing it. And then you're just like a numbed fucking slog monster of just like, should I do more? Like you're not hyped for the last 4 hours of the night. You're just like numb. Anyway, stayed up till 3, had stress dreams about the podcast from 3 to 6 because I was literally so stressed out about this shit that I was having dreams of like fire drills that we were having to take care of while I'm sleeping. 6 a.m. I wake up, I realize, oh, I'm going to vomit like right now. And so I literally run across my apartment. Pat is sleeping on the couch. I'm in my underwear. I run past him. I turn the corner, go into my bathroom. And literally I had to vomit so immediately, it came out before I could even get to the toilet. And I was sprinting to the toilet. And it went, and it was like the boomer bile from Left 4 Dead 2. And it fucking, and let's just say, Trish, I don't want Trish to hear where it hit. She's like, I don't even want to know where it is because I don't know. Because I cleaned it really well. But let's just say it missed upon first attempt. Like only half of the first volley got in the toilet.
Yeah.
So it's 6 a.m. and I'm like naked and I have to literally clean up my own vomit with paper towels and like sanitize the bathroom, then take a shower, shampoo my beard and face and then brush my teeth and then get back in bed thinking like when I vomited, like I was feeling like shit. I was like, I can't sleep. I feel nauseous. I feel terrible. I feel like tense and headache and everything. And the vomiting did really help, but then it was only momentary because I went back in bed. And I could barely get back to sleep when I was back in bed. Woke up at 7, like texted the fellas like, hey, I'm fucked up. I'm not going to be accessible. I need to reset type shit. And, texted them about that shit and then went back to bed, woke up at like 11-ish, still felt like ass, bro. So hungover, nauseous, fatigued. Dude, I slept all day yesterday from like probably, 3 a.m. off and on until probably 7 p.m.
Ooh,
then I tried watching that documentary, The Tinder Swindler. I watched it for like a half hour. And then I immediately like fell asleep. And I was asleep from probably 7 p.m. until like 10 a.m. this morning.
Wow.
So I did
so you're good.
Jealous, honestly.
I'm okay. There's a little bit of afterglow of like oversleeping afterglow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I do feel pretty good, actually. I feel pretty great.
Nice.
The body is incredible. How it's able to recover when you sleep. Mm-hmm. Sleep is incredible, man. I'm telling you, I will never aspire to anything in my life that requires a lack of sleep or sleep deprivation.
Yeah.
I literally won't.
Because my coworker is like, and if he's listening, I just got to disagree. Like, I don't want to work so hard on stuff like outside of work that I'm then getting less than 8 hours of sleep.
No.
It's just like it's not worth it to me.
It is literally not worth it.
I value my sleep.
It's not just even 8 hours of sleep. You need like an hour or two of free time a day where you're just doing whatever you want, just for pure enjoyment.
Dude, I was
whether it be exercise or walking around or playing video games, whatever. 10 hours should be dedicated to sleep and free time every day, in my opinion.
Dude, I was pissing myself off yesterday because like I had to wake up at 5 a.m. to be at Mardi Gras at like 6:30 to get parking, and then 7 was my call time. And then I didn't finish striking until 6 p.m. So I was up, I went to bed at like midnight the night before because I could, like, when I have to get up super early, I have a really tough time falling asleep because it's like, if I don't sleep, because my head is just like, if you don't get enough sleep, you're gonna feel like shit tomorrow, and like you better go to sleep, otherwise you're gonna feel like shit tomorrow, and it always inevitably leads to me like getting 4 to 5 hours of sleep. But after I got off work, I was like, finally, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna play Elden Ring, and I'm just gonna get really high, eat a bunch of shitty food, and just play Elden Ring. And I like was having that sleep deprivation headache around like 7, 8 o'clock, and all I wanted to do was play the fucking game. But I was like, I'm not gonna have a good time if I like try to force my brain to focus on this game right now. But then I also like couldn't go to sleep yet.
Bro, so all I wanted to do yesterday was play video games, but I was physically incapable of, I knew I was physically incapable of sitting and playing a video game and enjoying it. That's how fucked up I was all day. I was just waking up being like, wow, I feel like complete death, and then going back to sleep.
That reminds me of how I felt when I had COVID, because like there were some playoff football games on that I like was super hyped for, really wanted to watch them, and I felt so bad that I couldn't even lay in my bed and watch them. I literally like just turned over.
Dude,
I couldn't fall asleep either because I felt like shit too. So I was just like,
dude, that's what made me realize, like, damn, there are like I understand why motherfuckers who get like cancer or like really bad diseases just kill themselves, because like. Dude, a hangover is so bad. It's like, imagine having fucking cancer or like a fucking MS illness. Or just like insane chronic pain. Like, dude, that's like, it's just, I literally was going, oh, like I was so frustrated how much pain I was in. Yeah. I was literally wailing at certain points.
That's why I just don't drink that much anymore, Like I drank this past 2 weekends.
Drinking and cocaine are the most overrated fucking things on this planet, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Alcohol is like
overrated,
like a problem. Like it's I don't mean to be that guy. Like, but it like It's a problem, dude.
Going into AA and saying that.
Yeah, just like you're going to AA and just like, guys, I had a revelation the other day. I think like
The problem.
alcohol is like a problem. It's like,
I think we drink too much alk.
yeah, I think we boof too much
thoughts.
spirits. No, but like I don't know,
Yeah.
man. I don't want to be that guy who just like says that like alcohol is bad or like you shouldn't enjoy it, but like it really is kind of a problem in our society.
We need to invent a version of alcohol that's not poison.
It just
haven't
doesn't
we
make you
invented that?
obnoxious and shitty.
They already figured out how to make Delta 8, which is weed that makes you still clear of mind. I could smoke this ish all day.
Yeah. And like,
Dude, Delta 8, the way I describe it to people is one, it's diet weed.
yep.
And it was so funny because I was like telling Zach about this stuff. Like, you ever smoke Delta 8? He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, do you want to puff mine? He's like, no, that's disgusting. But he's way more polite than that. But I was just like,
Right.
hey, dude, I don't know if you care about germs, but feel free to try. And he's like, no, I'm about to go perform on stage. I think I'm good.
Hit this mystery substance.
But yeah, like Delta 8, I always describe to people as like you could smoke a ton of Delta 8 and then your most intense boss could schedule a Zoom meeting for 5 minutes from now and you could hop on that shit and basically not have a panic attack. You could like be
Right.
clear of mind and maybe you'd seem a little fried, but like you would be coherent.
Absolutely.
That's how I describe it. Because weed is just like the thing that always scared me about weed is just like when it comes to smoking it during work or during shit that you got to pay attention to, it's like it's just beyond your control. It's just beyond your control what weed's going to do to your mind. The places your weed's going to take. Like,
Yeah.
I remember last year I'd be smoking my bong in the apartment, not this one, but my last apartment. I'd be facing bowls of the bong. That was like probably the most consistently high I'd ever gotten.
Yeah.
And I'd be watching like some movie and then just have a fucking panic attack thinking about what if I bombed on stage.
Yeah.
Not like for any particular, not like I had
No
something
shows
coming up,
booked.
but just like, just like imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Think
Dude,
about it.
Yeah. My biggest thing is always just like, can other people tell? I was like, do other people know that I'm high right now? Can they smell it on me? And I'm just like, and that's like, that is the lamest part. Like, I wish that like, and it sucks because it's just like, I think I'll get over it, but it's also like, I have to like practice not thinking about that. And like,
Right.
and like dissuading, like I have to affirm myself to be like, it doesn't matter. You're a
it's funny
27-year-old
because-
man.
It's funny because it's like the opposite is the case for me. Is like the higher I am, the less I care.
Yeah.
Or the less aware I am of how visible it is. Like my birthday, I think it was 2019. My sister like brought me gummies from Colorado. I think it was like 250 milligrams of gummies. And it was my birthday present. And she did something that really pissed me off. She asked me for one. Can I have one? Like last minute when she gave them to me, and I'm like, no. She's like, oh my God, are you serious? You're not going to give me one? How selfish can you? It's like, it's literally my birthday present. Like, why would you ask me to give you my birthday present? Like,
You could have just
it literally,
bought some.
yeah, literally, yes. And then on top of that, it's like, it requires like every ounce of that shit to get me high. So I remember I ate that and I went and saw Queen and Slim with my dad, which I don't think was something my dad was going to be very receptive to, but I was baked during that shit. And I knew my dad could tell that I was baked. And then went home and like took a nap. And afterwards, my siblings were like, you were like, duh, duh. You were so high. It's like, dude, it's my birthday. I've seen all of you get completely blackout on your
that's the
birthday.
thing.
What
Is
the
it's just
fuck
like-
does it matter, dude?
Yeah, it's
They're
just
better than you.
It's just because people will like who don't do it like very frequently, like love to be like, oh, you're fucking stoned, aren't you? Or like, oh, what are you fucking high or whatever? And it's just like, you do realize that I'm not a useless human being when I'm that, right? Like you do understand like that because that's really what
I can operate a car. Not that I'm supposed to, but
right. It's just like that's the whole thing. Is it's just like I feel like people that don't smoke it a lot like hinge their experience with it on everyone else. And it's just like, no, here see, the thing is that I'm a smart person and I know like I know how to use this responsibly.
The same people will go to the pub and spend like $10 on a mixed drink and then spend $100 on the whole night and then be loud and obnoxious. So
dude, it's so
because
funny
people
because
equate
I
it
didn't
being drunk.
I didn't do shit all throughout high school. Like I started drinking a little bit at the end of high school, like literally the last year of high school. But like I didn't do shit really until college. So I met weed at the same time I met alcohol, basically. Mm-hmm. And I just never understood bars after that. I was like, why would you go to a bar and spend $50 to get wasted around a bunch of people when you could spend $35 and be high for like 3 days straight? And it's like
straight up.
And just enjoy everything you like to do already anyways. I don't know, man. It's just like
it's the same thing as with like, because it's like whenever I see St. Louis people that have like $300 rent because they found like the most miraculous like fucking apartment ever. And then they are a server, so I know they make like at like a popular restaurant, so I know they make like $40 to $50 an hour. And then they're always like, I'm just so fucking broke. And I'm like, no, you go to the bar literally every day. Literally every day. And like there's no part of you that's just like, maybe this is why.
Right.
It's like it can't be that fun.
When I see the stuff about like how, I mean, it is true that the cost of living is like exceeding, you know, how much our pay is going up.
It's been true for decades.
You know? Yeah. But I think like people our age do just spend excessively. Like, you know, because I like budgeted my shit out. And if I like, no, I probably like I shouldn't have gone out for Mardi Gras, you know, and I went out last weekend too, you know, like if I don't need to be going and spending like $60, $70 at a bar, you know,
right.
Like if I had that money, it'd be, you know, it'd probably be better, but you know, got to have fun though. Got to go out every once in a while.
No, for sure. I'm not saying like don't go have fun
excessively,
but like when you build your expenses.
It's like when we had that morality and social justice class. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Sorry, I was.
No, you're good. We just were all, and I was just like, I'm just gonna hold on. I'm just gonna wait.
Just that morality and social justice class where we watched that Morgan Spurlock like episode where he basically lives under the poverty threshold for like 30 days, and like they can barely afford to like just go see a movie once, and it's like we talked about how like leisure actually is a human right. Like you have the right to have a break and go out and have fun. Like that is a human right. It's a human necessity. So
absolutely,
like, people should be able to comfortably live. Like they shouldn't be, you know, like spending your money poorly is one thing, but you know, having to live paycheck to paycheck or some shit is violence. Basically, it's
no. And I guess my whole point is it's just like people that like. I find that a lot of the people that are like bar flies like that around here anyways, like kind of like stumble their way into a really, really fortunate scenario as far as like a living situation goes. And then they're not necessarily fighting for money, but it's also just like, oh, I'm just so broke. And I'm like, really? Because you pay less than anyone I know for rent and your apartment is like 3 times bigger than anyone else I know. Like that kind of shit. Where it's just like, I don't know. It's one of those things where like, like I have no sympathy for the
people.
Let me put it that way.
Just spend money to go to fucking Miami or LA for the weekend. That's what I'm realizing. People will spend just like $600, $700 to just do a last minute trip and just go whatever for the weekend.
Godspeed.
Like, I don't know if y'all are getting money like that, but apparently people are doing that type of shit. Just like
flights I'm buying is for going home on the holidays. You know, I don't got time to be buying like flights to Miami,
right?
And shit. I don't know. Just drop $300 on a.
You, Tony, I'm not gonna lie, and you know we can cut this out if you're worried your employers receives, but you do not get paid as much as you fucking should be for the product you put out. You should be making well over 6 figures for what you produce. To be honest.
Wow. Well, thank you. So, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I have big potential. Like there's a lot of potential with where we could go with my company right now.
Yeah.
So I feel like, you know, it's kind of on the precipice of that. We're kind of pushing towards a new market that I feel like I'd be really great at doing all this stuff for.
The LGBTQ community. Is that
The what?
The LGBTQ community. So you're
LGBTQIA+.
Because you're gay?
No,
The gay man community?
You're a gay guy.
no. I don't want to get into specifics about it or anything, but yeah.
Just
I did
the
get a
look
good
on your
raise, though.
face.
You're a gay guy.
Oh my god.
You get-
HR gay guy?
Big
HR
homo.
gay guy.
Oh my god.
Tweeting that right now.
Yeah, no, it's funny. Finances are funny, but you know what I did have money for, and I will always have money
Oh, please tell us.
for, is Elden Ring, bitch.
ER.
Like just fucking.
The real question before you start, I want to ask you is: are you maidenless?
Am I what?
Are you maidenless?
Nah.
You got maidens.
I've got a maiden.
Maybe you should spend some time getting some maidens, bro.
Maidens on maidens on maidens.
Well, I have both, bro. I have both, bro.
I only say that
I have bras.
because on Twitter I saw a picture that was like, "Wow, this game is insulting me." And it's like you are maidenless,
Yeah.
or you must be maidenless.
Yeah. No, the memes have been going crazy. I literally, the Fever Dream group chat, I literally changed it to Elden Ring fan club because we're all playing Elden Ring right now. And it's really funny because all the dudes were just like, yeah, I heard it was supposed to be a little bit easier than like most of the other games, so I'm going to check it out. And then like an hour into it, they're like, this is fucking hard. And I'm like, yeah, dude. It's hard because the thing about the Dark Souls games and like Bloodborne and shit is like they've always been very linear in that like there's no open world element, there's no map. Like you do have to like it rewards exploration in a way that's not super like laid out for you. Whereas Elden Ring is the whole world is kind of laid out for you and you get a map and all this kind of shit. But like you will come across like the first bosses you will come across, you are not meant to fight immediately.
Right.
But like they don't outwardly tell you that. So, I have friends being like, dude, I'm stuck on this guy. I'm like, that's because you're not supposed to fight him until 30 levels from now. They're like, wait,
Right.
really? I'm like, yeah, dude, the whole world is open. Go explore it. And then, you'll find the beginner shit and all that kind of stuff. But like, I did have to look
That's
that
cool.
up. Like, where is the
it's
beginner
like-
shit? Because
It's like you got to have some kind of. You got to have some kind of. I feel like it's also people with RPGs. RPGs are kind of like shooters where you kind of have to know certain aspects about them just as a genre to understand. Like, if you play an RPG and like, basically a goon character requires as much like power to take down as like a fucking boss would, then you're like, okay, I'm in the wrong area. Like having that awareness. Especially like probably in Dark Souls, I'm assuming like if you're slashing a guy and his health is only coming off like that much, like you're probably not supposed to be fighting him at that moment. Your attack should do some damage where it's like, okay, like this is going to require quite a few hits, but it's not going to be like 30 minutes of grinding down their health type shit.
Whereas if like the first attack from them just one shots you, that should be a pretty clear indication. Because like bosses do have one shots, especially like when you're like the right level, but like you'll know because it's just like they'll sit there charging for like 30 seconds or whatever.
Yeah.
Or like they'll have a huge wind up. But anyway, game is sick. It's fucking tight, dude. There's some performance issues on PC, but give it a month or if not even
how
that.
much has that even caused you strife, honestly?
For me personally, not a ton. Like it stutters here and there. It hasn't happened during a boss, so I'm sure if it happens more during bosses, I'll have a worse time. But like I have heard that some people, certain hardware configurations, it just like won't boot. Some people like I don't think there's been any like loss of saves or anything like that, but I think it's mostly just like raw performance. But even then, like it has its moments where it stutters and shit, but like just at rest, like at like general playthrough, I can run it max settings 1440p and it's still my graphics card is still under load. So there's more headroom there. But like I think it's just like the last update.
You also
they did.
now have like the top of the line graphics card.
Not necessarily. I have one step above the other one, but I know Ian has a 3080, which is like 2 or 3 steps ahead of mine. But you and Tony would get similar performance because, But anyway, like It's fucking great, dude. I'm excited about it. I'm just glad that it's out and they did it right. They, the performance thing, a lot of people are going to be upset about it because I read people's like, well, like I was on Reddit and I was like, why do people like get so fucking mad about this? Like, yeah, it's a new video game and it's amazing. Like, enjoy it for what it is. And there are people on Reddit that are like, well, when you spend $2,500 on a gaming machine, you kind of have an expectation that, it's going to be worth it. And I'm like, or you could use your fucking brain and just know that
Right.
PC games are ports of everything else. So like,
Yeah.
what's going to change? Like, it's like, unfortunately, it's going to take a minute to iron shit out, but also it's like, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and make excuses for video games. The game is amazing. And so often this shit happens with games that are dog shit or like not revolutionary in any way. But like this game is just so massive and delivers in so many areas that like I personally can overlook my issues at the moment. And yeah, but there are people who are like, I don't know, I'm probably going to wait a couple months till it's ironed out. I'm like, how? Like, are you insane?
I can understand though if it's like my experience with Call of Duty where it's just like, although with Call of Duty it was literally like just game breaking glitch, like a thing where it's just gonna hitch every 5 seconds every 5th game I go into. It's like, okay, well then I'm not playing it. I'm not gonna queue up with people. I'm like, hey guys, sorry, I got to drop out of this game for the 3rd time tonight because it's skipping every 105th frame. Like, no, it's just you broke the game.
There's literally a glitch now where when you're landing in, like when you first drop from the plane, you just like glitch and freeze. And it'll be like 2 or 3 seconds and you'll unfreeze, but you'll already be downed because someone else didn't freeze. And just like, yeah. So you like land in a hot zone and you're like, all right, we're going to get this contract. And you'll just be like frozen. And then like 2 seconds later, you'll just be like dead. Nice. And you're like, cool. That's great. No one else seemed to get frozen in the replay either, but it's always like me and my team. For some reason.
Oh, did you?
You still playing that shit on PS4, Tony?
No, I got my PC set up.
Oh, okay. So now you're playing.
Yeah, but of course there's account issues, so I can't play. Like I literally tried to link my Battle.net account or whatever, and it connected to. It made like a new account for Activision, so I then had to delete that account and the Battle.net account, and I have to recreate a new one, link it to my old. Yeah, so it's just like.
That shit is
I fucking hate Activision, bro. But I do want to play COD a little bit on the computer. Yeah. So I will be doing it a little bit.
Did you install NVIDIA drivers, by the way?
Yeah, I already had from the graphics card that I tried.
Okay. Did you update them?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so you have like GeForce Experience, all that shit.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'll check. After. I mean, I've been playing games, no problem.
Yeah. No, yeah, just sometimes they don't really like tell you when the updates come out, so sometimes you just kind of have to double check and then but yeah. Anyway,
that's just something in general with PCs. You constantly have to update drivers.
Yeah,
like if anything's not working, it's usually just a driver update 90% of the
time. Which is silly, but I'll take it. But fucking, how's Dark Souls treating you?
Dude. When Elden Ring came out, I was like, I want to play this, but I think this is just really a sign more that I need to just like try this from software catalog. And I thought, what better place to start than just Dark Souls 1? It's kind of crazy. I wanted to play the original port of the game, but it's just not accessible anymore. So
remastered, you have to play remastered.
Got the $22 CD key download. It's like $40 on Steam. I don't know how that works. I guess they just buy bundles and then give you the codes off the bundles, and that's how they make a profit.
They mass buy them on sale.
That's what I'm saying.
And then they adjust market prices, yeah.
So, I mean, immediately really badass lore, actually, from the beginning of that game. Like, the fucking, like, how scary all the fantasy shit is in that game is crazy. And then, just, like, I kind of just immediately see the appeal. It's funny playing Jedi Fallen Order before that game. Because Jedi Fallen Order, like, essentially is the same game, but it's just like it's way less deep. It doesn't have like like you don't pick a like type of person when you play the game. You don't pick stats and shit. You just do whatever. Like
You pick Ian from Shameless. In Jedi Fallen Order,
Yeah,
isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
straight up. That blew my mind.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Is
I
that who
always thought he
voices
looked
him?
I think that's just who they modeled the character after.
That's him.
Oh,
That's
he
his
did the
voice too. Yeah,
Is it? Yeah.
It's just fully him.
Yeah, and his voice is annoying. He's like,
Yeah.
I wonder if there's anything that did this. He's like, shut up.
You like it.
That's right, R3. Or like whatever the R4. I don't know what. D7. Yeah, it just fits way better. I can just immediately see the appeal. It's just so it's almost like I don't know. It's just like a funny in high school. Like I would hang out with Roman over Xbox Live, and he would like play a ton of Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Like hours and hours. I'm like, damn, what is this game that like motherfuckers are playing hours, hundreds of hours? I'm like, who gives a shit? Like fucking Gears of War is out. Play that, dummy. But you know, the just general you know, style of gameplay, and I don't know, the animations are amazing for the bosses. The design of the characters and then how they move and just the whole experience is really cool. But I've yet to really get in the meat of it. I already kind of have dead ended myself in an area. I don't really know where to go. So maybe like we can Discord this shit later and
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's honestly the best way to start it too. It's like it's one of those games where a lot of people are just like, you want to, it's like, no, you gotta just explore. But it's like, I don't know, it's good to get like a good footing and then go from there. Like, okay, go here, get this, go here, try this. Like, oh, this is how you do this. You probably don't know how to do this.
right.
That kind of thing. And then once you have those tools, then it's just like, all right, cool. Good luck in Blighttown, you motherfucker.
Right.
Like,
I
good luck when
definitely looked up kind of like your basic tips and tricks type shit of just like, you know, this is what scaling is. This is what, you know, the hollow shit is. This is
Humanity.
what, you know, humanity type shit. Like I got a basic grasp for that because I was like, I don't want to like go in blind.
Yeah.
But no, it's very interesting off the bat, and the influence it had, I can tell on just gaming in general, in terms of how to make a game difficult, but not in a way that's like pointless. It's like a return to form for video games because it's like I realized like when I played Super Metroid, I played just like a couple hours of it, but when I was playing Super Metroid, I'm like, oh, this is Dark Souls. Like Dark Souls is this basically is like a lot of retracing, or rather backtracking. You know, high damage bosses, like bosses where you kind of have to figure out how they move before you can defeat them. Type shit. Like, just
it's like
this is what some of the best video games of all times are kind of structured like.
Right. Because I like that thing of where it's like linear progression, but non-linear exploration, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like there is like a definitive one way to get to the end, but like there are so many branching paths and like other shit to do that like, it's why I prefer them so much to open world games. And that's why I think Elden Ring is such an achievement, because they finally made an open world that feels like that. That feels like, okay, there is one path to go. No one's going to tell me outwardly to go there. I have to find it. But also, like, if I explore around here, I will find shit that actually helps me, because it's harder to get stuck on one thing, I guess is the way to say it.
No, very, very dope shit. It's also just funny how, like, 10 years after the first game came out, Dark Souls seems more popular now than ever. I think Sekiro had a big impact on that. Like,
it was
that
massive.
game coming out,
because it sped everything up.
Got a lot more people into From Software, but yeah, man, definitely gonna keep playing. I'll probably play it today.
Nice.
And yeah, I mean, we've been going for an hour. I don't know if we want to wrap it up here. If there's really much we want to talk about, but
I mean, I wanted to kind of talk about a few things, I guess. I mean,
What do you got?
wanted to talk about the Halo TV series, and the Lord of the Rings TV series, like if you guys have seen the stuff for that,
No.
because they're both that's what I'm saying. Like I wanted the like they're looking fully middingshire. Like
Yeah, I mean, I thought we could talk about middingshire, the Lord of the Rings Halo shows.
The new Lord of the Rings Halo?
Nah, I definitely, Tony, like, the Lord of the Rings shit looks Ashington the Ninth. And then,
all you got to say is it looks closer to the Hobbit movies than it does to the original trilogy and the Hobbit movies.
Yeah, I mean, it's like no one knows how to make like gritty looking shit anymore, or like realistic looking shit. It's like
that was like the thing that stood out to me the most, because I mean that was really all there was to see. There wasn't like dialogue or anything, but or maybe there was, but the look of it just immediately just like I was like, ugh, yeah, bruh, this does not look like Lord of the Rings. I don't even care, but like there's people getting up in arms about like, I don't know, they have like a black elf or something like that, but I'm just like, dude, it just doesn't even look good. Like everything about it.
Why is it always some shit like that? There's a black elf. It's like, okay, what is that? Not canon in Tolkien's eyes?
What
if there was? Yeah. What if it's all made up anyways? What if somehow there was a black elf? What if,
right, like let's not let that distract us from the fact that it just looks middingshire.
Right.
No,
but it's so
all
like
these
shiny
posters.
and
I'm
pristine.
looking at the posters for it. Like if you just look up the Rings of Power on Google Images, the third image is like a group of posters, and it's literally the exact same thing as Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
like the poster looks exactly like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm so fucking tired of people just like thinking that there's like a de facto moral like standpoint for all media to take. And I'm just like, or at least all like film and TV and all this shit where it's just like, well, this is weird. This is like, why was this made? Like, why would you make this? And it's just like, because they fucking felt like it. Mm-hmm. And people consume it. Like,
oh yeah, this will be consumed for sure.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what to tell you.
Well, they're like, this is an IP. People know this, and so they can literally. They think they can that it's just going to be a hit, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be like dead on arrival.
Well, what always happens is they take these mid-ass things and they put in like just some random actresses into the show that are like popular online, and then people are like, "Oh my god, Stan Galadriel." Yeah. Oh my god, Stan, blah, blah, blah. And it's like they perpetuate this mid by like being fans of the actors. It's like, you fucking losers, dude.
Yeah.
You fucking pathetic fucking losers.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You don't know real art at all. Like, and I'm not saying that like, but like no one does anymore. No one knows like what shit actually used to be like. When shit would come out, it would have taken a long time, and it actually was like a big risk to put out. Now they can just do this digital cameras, you know.
Yeah,
you know, digital cameras.
It's just like, and that's
Amazon,
that's the other thing. Is just like people
doesn't
just
have to go
like,
to theaters.
Yeah, it's like people just being like, "Why was this made?" And I'm like, "Because it could be, and it was." And it's like, what are you going to do about it?
And it will make money, and it's a safe investment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like you're not the target audience to consume it, so don't. And if you have problems with it, well, then make something different that you want to see, or go watch something that you want to watch. It's just like the idea that if something rubs someone the wrong way or doesn't like fit into what they like, just the idea that it's inherently worthless or like even immoral or just like wrong to be made. And it's just like, no, that's just kind of art. That's just kind of.
Well, I mean, that's the funniest thing is like
people that are hating on it.
It's like no. It's like it's the ones that like expect something that's already is going to be bad to be good. It's like,
oh yeah.
Like, wow, Denethor is not old enough. Or it's like, what? Denethor's sword is not, some bullshit like that.
It's like,
I'm watching the trailer for it right now. Before the Fellowship. I mean, this just looks absolutely middables.
Yeah.
Before the Ring. Oh, okay. I see the black elf, the black Legolas character, basically. Mm. This monster looks fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, this shit looks way more like The Hobbit. I mean, I guess I'll watch this, but it's just like, god damn, dude.
Oh, I mean, I'll give it a shot,
Yeah.
but like, I just don't have any expectations for it.
Comes out
Leonard
September?
Shotsky.
Wow, that's a long
That's
way
a
away.
long
that's-
way to be
it's in a
advertising
year.
some shit like this.
That was the other thing I liked about
and then,
Elden Ring.
Honestly, though,
More like the mid of
that-
Power.
the the rings of mid. Now,
Whoa.
the Halo one looks worse though. I think.
Really?
I know there's like
Interesting.
things about it that look cool, but like they're one, I guess, just writing a totally different story than everything that's been in the video games, and two, it seems like it's really focusing on like human characters, and Master Chief is more like, I don't want to say a side character, but sort of like I don't know. There's not the main
I mean,
focus.
it's
I
like
guess.
write these
Be
things
balls.
to be good, man. Focus on that first. Yeah, already I'm
Pretty-
seeing just girl character or whatever. Master Chief shows up. Yeah, if it's all about some normal looking ass motherfuckers,
No, it is. It's like the main character is like some girl that's in the UNSC or whatever.
that's how you
But
already
I'm like,
know they
dude-
failed. That's how you already
Right,
know
I'm
they
like, dude,
failed.
give me Master Chief crash landing on the Halo from the escape pod from the Pillar of Autumn, and have that first season be the first game. You know,
Literally,
Not that hard.
Mandalorian sitting right there. The main character has a mask on the whole time.
You know,
Whoa,
man,
they just had a first person view of an elite swinging a laser sword, energy sword. That's crazy.
I'm very glad.
there's some. I'm gonna watch because it looks cool, like some of the stuff, but like the foundation of the show just looks like mid. To be quite honest.
So he's like, what word could I use?
I'm just very glad I'm not an Uncharted fan.
Oof, dude, that looked so. Like, first trailer I saw for that,
Oh,
I was like,
man.
bro,
I didn't
this
even
looks
watch it.
Absolute.
I just
dookie
know that
doo-doo
it's going to
poo-poo.
be dog shit. Like, there's
Bro,
no.
I hate to sound
But it
like
has such potential.
I hate to sound like that guy, but I swear to God, if this show the protagonist is just some girl,
It is.
I
It's
just
confirmed.
like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dog? Master Chief is an interesting character.
right.
like-
You got a gold mine of an IP.
Yeah,
that
like,
you just
literally-
I'm
I have
seeing a lot
no
of
idea.
I'm seeing a lot of females on this show, bro.
Not gonna lie, bro, that's
Dude,
a red
girls
flag.
cannot be in the army.
But for real, I'm seeing like 4, 5, 6 different women characters on this show, and it's like, I hope they're well written.
right? Yeah.
Hope
Yeah.
you got a lot to say there, because this is looking Middleton's the night. Yeah,
This is Tom
it's a long
Middleton.
trailer too.
Halo new series.
And it's not Master Chief's voice. It's like a different someone else is voicing him. So
Interesting.
Like,
Jurassic
not
Park
even really
Dominion official trailer.
I need a jewel.
What is this shit? Oh, it's Jurassic Park in the snow. We've never seen this before. Wow,
Dude,
some
I was-
Dilophosaurus. What is
I
this?
was talking to Ian.
Post-apocalyptic.
the other day, and he was just like,
Scraps.
"Yo, look up the T-Rex scene in Age of Extinction right now." And then I was just like, "Oh yeah, I never saw that because we literally watched an hour and a half of that movie waiting for the dinosaurs to show up,
Right.
and then they don't
Right.
until the fucking end." And then I watched, I'm like, "Damn, that is sick." I wish that they had put that, like, I don't know, in the first hour of the fucking movie,
Right.
Right.
because then
They
maybe we
name
would
it
have
Age of
finished it.
Extinction and no dinos
It's like,
until the
why
end.
does the movie need
It's
to
like
be
a
that
absolute
long?
lie.
You'll make just the same amount of money if it was an hour shorter. Like, I really don't get it.
Right.
It's just a waste of money. This just looks like Jurassic Park in the snow. It's like Last of Us Jurassic Park. Like, this looks
What's it
terrible.
called?
Jurassic Park Dominion.
The Jurassic of Us.
God, they don't know how to make shit anymore, dude. It's crazy.
Dominanon. Well, hey, at least, you know, Jeffy's getting work, I suppose.
Hefe.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty stoked for John Wick. I thought the new one was coming out for that. That's like the only movie I'm excited for right now, and Doctor Strange, I guess. But we're gonna see.
John Dick. Give her that John Dick.
Dude, come on,
Hmm.
John Mid.
No, that doesn't work. That's
Kind of does. There's an I in it.
No.
Mid and Wick.
No, it doesn't work. Midway
It
would be
works.
better, honestly.
John
make me feel
Mid.
bad.
How to pick up hot girls at Chipotle.
Interesting.
It's a good screen grab.
It's true. Anyways, yeah, all this shit looks like ass. You were right, Tony. I agree.
Thank you. Yeah,
Hell yeah, dude. Good work.
I'm good at spotting mid. What can I say?
God,
I don't know.
I'm looking at this Jurassic Park shit. It's just like experience the epic conclusion to what?
To the Jurassic Park saga.
What?
Look at how Chris
Goldblum?
Pratt.
Conclusion
Oh
to
my
the
God.
saga that's going to be started up again in 3 years.
I don't think the dinosaurs could survive in the snow. Aren't they cold blooded?
It's so funny that like Chris Pratt is like a full on Trump supporter, and he's still in all these movies.
Is he?
Oh yeah, big time.
Chris
Love
Pratt?
Trump. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
really? I had no idea.
He's just a white Christian motherfucker. Yeah, peep this photo of Chris Pratt. I'll throw it on the episode too, but I'll throw it in our fucking Discord. It's like, yo, yeah, that's definitely how people stand. For sure. Hold on. I'll drop it. Just in the trailer, it's just like, God, you look so stupid, dude. Like he adds that extra element of like this movie looks dumb just because he's in it. Like
Good God.
like no one has ever stood at that width. Like
I'm going to fight this fucking dinosaur with a knife.
Like look at that tiny ass knife. And
That's like a tooth.
And she's holding
That's
what,
like
a taser? It's just like, dude.
Looks like she's like squatting to take a pee. And I guess so does he.
Yeah, man. It's just a bunch of random motherfuckers. Whatever. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. What is that? Oh, that was 2018.
That was the previous one. Yeah.
Like, no one remembers.
That's the one where he was running down the mountain and there's lava coming after him and he jumps off and no.
Didn't see that one. Only saw Jurassic.
I didn't see the movie. I just
Extinction
remember that from the
or
trailer
fuck.
and it was like that was the coolest part of the movie
What's the
apparently. And it was like
Adam
at the beginning.
Project? It was a Ryan Reynolds movie. Was it an alien or
Oh
something?
yeah, that looks okay. I mean, it looks all right for a Netflix movie. Like
Yeah.
it's got some crazy CGI in it.
Interesting. Our greatest journeys start.
It's got
with-
Ryran though, so it's got to have positive.
It's
vibes.
got Scott Jimbles.
Scott Jimming.
I need
It's
Scott
got Scotty
Jimbles and
Jimmers,
J-Bone
so-
Free Guy to be in the same movie, honestly.
I bet they've been in something together.
Probably. Hi, I'm Ryan Reynolds. Hi, I'm Scott Jim.
Jim.
I'm Scott Jim. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna say we're done.
All right.
Oh shoot!
Yeah,
not-
we're
yeah,
playing
cool
great.
me.
Betty Bobster. Yeah, guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We love y'all. This is Welcome Boke. Have a great week. Have a great day. Peace the motherfucker. Ow.